Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for stopping by my channel. We are going to do just a general reading, tarot reading for Sagittarius for the last week or so in September. Moving on through October, seeing what kind of energies we have coming forth, what Spirit wants to say. We're going to use regular Rate old school cards. I love these. They feel really raw. They're the easiest to read, in my opinion. They just really speak to me. They do. So I want to see what we have coming forward to us. I'm using just this is an abalone shell. This thing is beautiful. There's Palo Santo in there. Cleansing. It's important to cleanse off your cards before you read. Whether you do it on camera or off, it's important to do because energy is sticky, and it will. If you do readings over and over and over again, you'll notice that you keep saying the same thing over and over again. So it's important to take the time to really get the cards ready for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Sagittarius, General Tarot for late September, early October 2017. This is going to be for your sun, moon, or rising. Could also be for your Venus sign if your Venus is in Sagittarius, if it turns out to be a love reading. So let's see. But if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe check out your other signs. I know that I watch readings a lot of times, and sometimes I'll be like, my sun sign will resonate, and then the next month it won't at all, but my moon sign will be the one that resonates. So it just really depends on what's going on with you. So let's look at your recent past, okay? You have, everything here is in reverse. If this was an upright spread, this would be like, holy macaroni, best relationship ever, with the Venus and the happy home and the partnership. But they were not. They were in reverse. So let's talk about these cards. This is in your recent past, so, September probably. You've got the Two of Cups in reverse. That was my cat who just jumped out the window. Crazy. Totally lost my train of thought. Okay, Two of Cups in reverse. This is a union, possibly maybe even a soulmate reunion. I'm hearing something about karmic relationship. If a lot of you are in a relationship that is on again, off again, this is indicating that, because then you have this woman who, or feminine side of the relationship that is very Venus-y. The mother could be the mother of your children, also in reverse, and then you have the happy, stable home, also in reverse. And underneath that, as the base for your recent past, you have the Moon card upright. So this is, first off, could be a Pisces, but the moon talks about things that were in the shadow, and I'm hearing things like long time coming or swept under the rug. So what is this, Sagittarius? You're in a situation where all this stuff keeps happening that makes you sincerely unhappy, and you're just sweeping it under the rug because I feel like you're like, well, this is life, or I heard this is what I've been dealt. But when the moon comes along, it lights up all the things that are in the shadow. It's still darkness, but the moon puts light on these things that were hidden from us. And underneath that, you have the Tower. And then underneath that, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which means you're going to have to, work again. So there's going to be a moment here where the sun comes out and you're like, what? And then, so this is your recent past. So when I say recent past, it could be, we're talking like in the last week or so. So if you didn't have a Tower situation where something was like, what? This is going to be happening very soon. Okay, so then in your... That's Merlin, the magician cat, who just, okay, there's a screen on my window and he's on it. That's really extremely distracting. I'm sorry. Okay. We're looking at present now. You have the nine of rods, 9 of wands, rods, fire, whatever. So check it out. Those rods are straight up and down. That is a foundation. I mean, you could build a house or a really wicked cool TP off of that thing. And I mean, he got bumps and bruises along the way, and he's standing in front of it like, don't knock down my house. Blow my house down, I heard. But it's in reverse. So I heard there's a fear here. Because next to that, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And first off, Knights are about action, and they bring in offers. But I heard the word been revoked. So maybe you had an offer on the table and you were like, you don't touch my stuff, and they were like, offer revoked. This is in the present. So we'll see. We'll keep going and see what's going on, because then you got the Page of Wands too. And so pages bring news. So Knights bring offers, pages bring news and messages. So I kind of feel like these three I kind of just want to go like this with the whole thing, because then you have this news, and then you build the thing, and then you got the offer. But it's in reverse, so it's kind of just like this. I just feel like this. Help me out here, spirit guides. I heard it's not working out. Vague, right? Gotta love spirit. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to get clarifiers on all this, because I'm a little bit like, what in the world is happening right now? Because in your base for your present, you have the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords, it's a new beginning, okay? But it comes in like charge and just, like trying to kill a spider with a samurai sword. I mean, it's going to slice the entire table in half, and that wasn't necessary. So this is the energy that this new beginning brings, because you have this young and mature news. You have this swift, fast new beginning, but then the steady thing is walking away from everything. So we'll see. And then into your near future, you have some anxieties happening. And this is what I'm saying. I feel like going back to the base of your present, which is the Ace of Swords. So you have this new, like, heck yeah, I'm going to do this thing. And then you're like, whoops. Because I feel like you were so steadfast. Like, this is what I built. This is what I heard. This is what I manifested. This is what I decided upon. And for once in my life, I was going to be steadfast about what I was going to do. And it was young and fast, and it brought awesome things, and it was like this really like unending new beginning, and it was like, yay. But then like a week or so later, you're like snap. But here's the thing, okay? When you have this coming towards you, and you're watching tarot, and you feel the energy of the anxiety coming, you can kind of step back like, okay, this is the consequence. And so you've got this new thing happening. So maybe not just like change it from an Ace of Air, like cha, to more of like an Ace of Pentacles. Something that's a little bit more sturdy, something that's a little bit more slow and thought out. And then it won't be so, and I don't feel like this is anxiety, like, what did I do? I don't feel like it's like that. I feel like this is like, I heard overwhelming. Because you're like, oh my gosh, I have all these things that I actually wanted. I heard too good to be true. Sagittarius, there's a lot of self-doubt here. Because next to this, you have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands in reverse does talk about self-doubt. You're worried all kinds of ways about this new beginning. Why? You built it. You did do this. You did make the foundation. And so now you're getting what you deserve. And so I just feel like you're kind of like, oh my God, you know, maybe I don't, maybe I can't even get words out because I'm just so, I just feel like I'm so like, what did I do? But it's not because you made a mistake. It's because of your own, these are thoughts. Air energy, sword energy is thoughts. So you're like, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve this. You're manifesting your own anxiety because you're being the one that chirps in your ear and tells you all this really crappy stuff about yourself. You know, I mean, this might not resonate with everybody, but for those of you who are internal bullies, who does that serve? You know, it doesn't have to be fake. You don't have to be like, you're the best and everybody likes you, or whatever that movie is where he stands in the mirror and says those things. But you definitely can get to a place where you're like, you know what? I deserve this because I worked for it. I mean, I'm a Libra, right? So of course I'm going to look at this logically. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be a fake cheerleader for yourself if you know you I'm trying to explain something I feel like might be a little bit sensitive here. Okay, if you're telling yourself you don't deserve something that you worked for, that's not justified. And as a Libra, I can't sit here and say, you know, go ahead and cry it out. I don't want you to cry it out. I think that you need to change the way that you're pointing these swords at yourself. If you worked for something and you made a choice and for once you really stood your ground, there's no reason for you to feel guilty when you get the rewards. Because you are going to get the rewards. It's right here. But then next to that you have the King of Wands. So there's a good chance that, I mean, this could be your energy as well because it is fire sign. But next to the Queen of Wands in reverse, you have the King of Wands. And these are both really good people. The King and Queen of Wands are really, like, they're called the country woman and the countryman. And they are. So it could be a partner that you have. But what the point here is that with these good people, you have support around you. So while this is your energy, like, oh, I'm freaking out, look to your friends, okay? Because as your base for your near future, you have wishing on a star. Could be an Aquarius. But then under that, you have Eight of Cups in reverse. So when I see the Eight of Cups, so in upright, the Eight of Cups talks about greener pastures, like trying to go and find the other thing. But when I see it in reverse, I'm not sure what it normally means in the book, but my interpretation of this card in reverse is that you found what you were looking for. So you have this wishing on a star, and then underneath it, finding what you're looking for. So that's, together, those two cards, you know, send a nice little message. But let's get one or two clarifiers from the Good Tarot. I love these cards; they're beautiful. But I think, you know, let's see here. I just keep wanting to be like, you are worthy, and so what we got here. I have a lot of thoughts going through my head about how I want to phrase some of this, but oh my goodness. Okay, look at this. First off, you have the Sun and the Star. The Sun is the brightest, happiest card in the deck. It lights up everything. It makes everything just a little bit better, okay? And this is a clarifier for the overall thing. So you have the Moon and the Sun and the Star. So talk about divine timing, right? You have, you know, solar eclipses, you have lunar eclipses, you have we had the full moon in Pisces. You got the Moon card, which is also the Pisces card. And so a planetary alignments that are working in your favor, which talks about divine timing. So what is this about? Is this about being impatient? Like, you're like, when? Like, is this you being like, you know, I put in the work when? You know, I was supposed to get this new beginning and it came in fast, and then as fast as it came in, it left. Because we got the 7 and 8 of air. Okay. So you have the 7, 8, and 9 of air. This talks about it talks about the struggle for the build for the thing that you just did, right? Right. So, okay. With this struggle for this thing that you built, mixed with these cards that extremely clearly indicate divine timing, I'm saying to you, just hold on a little bit longer, because you have these good people with you. You've got this ending of searching for this other thing. You have the tower that just happened. You have the process. I heard the wheel is rolling. So you have this process of these things that are happening. Eventually, all processes end. So whatever this thing is that you were building or did build and did your part, and now you're waiting for the other folks involved to do their part, I feel a really positive, like with just a little bit more accepting of the process, that it will come to you. And so that's going to be for the first couple weeks in October, and then we'll get a little bit more in depth. I'm going to try to do some weekly readings that are a little bit just about how to deal with the energies for the current moment in time. But this is going to be for the next couple of weeks, and we'll hit back in the middle of October and see how things are going to change for you guys, and hopefully everything works out for the best. If this resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Make sure you hit the little bell. It'll give you a notification next time I upload a video. And until then, you can find me on Facebook, Dharma Jane 8. You can also find me on Keen, Dharma Jane, so we can do readings right away. Otherwise, you can email me for a private reading, and it'll be just like this, and I'll get you a video, in a couple days. So until then, talk to you soon, Sagittarius. Have a good one.